Well, hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Harbor Freight emergency or camping lantern. Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're a regular subscriber, welcome back. Glad to see you again. If you're new, how about hitting that subscribe button so you get notified of any future videos I produce, whether it be product reviews, tool reviews, repair videos, DIY, whatever I do, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And be sure to hit that bell so you get notifications as they come along. Alright, so today we're doing a product review of a convenience item, the Harbor Freight 12 LED hand crank lantern by Luminar Outdoors. This is SKU number 96200. Currently, it's on clearance for $9.97. I bought this a few years ago, so this is kind of like a long-term review, you could say. I paid more than this. I paid like, I don't know if it was $12 or $15, something like that. And I'm pretty sure I used a 20% off coupon at that time. But now you can get it even cheaper than what I paid for it. It has 3 modes to it. Low, medium, and high, and it's made out of ABS plastic. It is 4 7/8 inches wide and 10.5 inches tall, and it only weighs like 1.125 pounds, 1.3 pounds is what it says on their website, and it has NiCad rechargeable batteries already built into it. So this basically is a emergency light to have around the house in case the power goes out or something like that. Because how many times have you decided to be smart? Let's say you're smart, you're prepared, you have the flashlight, you put fresh batteries in it, you say the next time there's a power outage, I'm going to be ready for it. I'm not going to be caught in the dark again. So you put it away, and then the next time the power goes out, months or even years down the road, you pull out the flashlight and it's dead. The batteries are totally dead. It is useless. So you're stumbling around in the dark, trying to find batteries to put in the flashlight so you can see things in the pitch black darkness with no power. Well, that's happened to me a couple times, so I decided to get this little puppy right here. And the convenience is that it is a hand crank, so you don't need to look for batteries. You just crank it up and you have power instantly. Even if it is totally dead, you just crank it up and you're ready to go. You don't need to stumble around looking for batteries. And it'll last as long as you want it to. You just crank away and you got power. And the convenience of this is that it's like a lantern kind of thing, like the old-fashioned camping lanterns. You can use this for camping if you want. You can use it around the house for emergency use. It is very versatile. And there's many different manufacturers that make this same kind of a product. I'm just talking about this one from Harbor Freight today. And the convenience of this is that if you have power outage or something like that, and you have several people in your family, you have little kids, and sometimes little kids can get scared and so forth, a flashlight is convenient, but the good thing about this is that you can set it down and light up the whole room, and that way the kids won't be really scared because you have ambient lighting to keep them from getting scared in the dark. The good thing about this is you see you have several LEDs down here at the bottom, several LEDs down there, and up at the top you have a reflector cone, so it spreads the light out throughout the whole room. So it gives you a comfortable, convenient ambient lighting so you can see what you're doing, walking around, etc. You just put this down somewhere and let it be. And like I said, it has 3 different modes. Let me show you how it lights up. You have low, medium, and high. And it lights up pretty good. Let me see. Let me turn off the light here and give you an idea how it lights up. It's not too bad. I mean, it's probably a little difficult for the camera to give you a good assessment of how it lights up there. Put it like that, you can see it lights up, the light spreads out so you can get some general light as to what's going on around you. And, you know, it's a nice little thing to have around so you're not stumbling around in pitch black darkness. Turn that off. And like I said, the crank there's not much resistance to it. I mean, you can do it one finger. You can turn it quite easily. So it's not like you really have to work at it to get it cranked up. So it's good for emergency use. It's good for camping, for whatever you need. It's a convenient little thing to have around. For about 10 bucks, it's a nice little item to have. Now I have some other flashlights to give you an idea for, again, emergency use. I have this cheapy little one that probably cost me like $1, and it's just a flashlight. That's all it does. I have this other one, different brand, and it's a flashlight. It has a radio built into it, so it's convenient if, in case there's a power outage and you need to find out what's going on, etc. So it's very convenient. Also, hand crank, very nice. But like I said, this is a flashlight. It's very directional. You only point it at what you want to see. This one, you can light up the whole room. Just sit back and relax and, I don't know, read a book, talk to your family, whatever you need to do. It's just a little more relaxing than a flashlight is. And the thing about this one, though, that it doesn't say it anywhere in the manual, and Harbor Freight doesn't really point this out much in any way at all. But I'll give you a little secret that I found out on my own tinkering around with this light. Like I said, I've had it for a few years now, and it still works. No problem there. I mean, it's an LED. It's going to work for a good long time. But I'll tell you a little secret how to get the most out of this flashlight. Because if you go to the Harbor Freight website, a lot of people complain that it's not very bright, it's dim, it takes a long time to charge, the charge runs out very quickly, etc., etc., etc. And I agree with that stuff. It actually, they're not lying. It's very, very true. If you get this right out of the box and you just crank away at it and you expect to have a brilliant, bright light, forget it. It's not going to happen. It takes a lot of cranking to get this puppy to really give you a bright light. You're going to be sitting there cranking for a long, 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 long time. But this has a little hidden secret to it, a little convenient. The NiCads can be charged externally. It does have, right there, a 6-volt charger connector. Now, it does not come with the charger. All you need is if you have a 6-volt transformer power plug from any other device, you can plug it into here and you can charge it up without having to crank it. So that's the convenient thing about this. You can charge it without having to crank it and get it to full brilliance. Now, I'll tell you, you just saw me crank this for a second. That wasn't what gave it the power. I charged this battery, this lantern up fully. The last time we had a power blackout, maybe 10 months, 12 months ago, this charge that it has in it right now has been sitting in those batteries for about a year. And you can see it is still fully charged. I just pulled it out of the cupboard right before doing this review, and it is still fully charged. I didn't sit there cranking to do this video. You can see it's still fully charged, and it took me no effort whatsoever. So if you charge it up fully with the external power adapter, you'll be ready to go, because look how long it holds. Let's say a year. A year it held. It is still charged up. That's the convenient thing. I think Harbor Freight made a big mistake in the way they marketed this thing and the way they situated it. Instead of marketing it and basically selling it to the customer as a hand crank lantern, they should have marketed it as a rechargeable lantern with a hand crank option. In other words, you can charge this baby up and have it ready, and it's all ready to go. You pull it out and use it when you have a blackout or something, and as it starts getting weaker, you just crank it up and keep it fully charged up. And that's a lot better way to go than starting to crank from zero, because the batteries are going to need a lot of power to get fully charged up. Remember, you sit there cranking a little bit, you're going to get a little energized, and then it's going to flatten out again. A little bit of energy, and it flattens out again. So you would have to sit there for hours to really charge up those batteries. So the smart thing to do is, if you get this, charge it up fully. Get it really nice and energized inside those batteries. And then just let it sit there until the next time you have a need for it. And then pull it out, use it. If it dims down a little bit, you just crank it back up and get it fully charged up again. It'll take power more readily once the batteries are energized than if you're starting from a flat battery. You know that a flat battery takes a lot more power to get the electrons charged up inside of it than a battery that already has energy in it. That's just common sense. I'm not an electrician or anything. I'm not really good with electronics, but that's just common sense. You know If it has a charge in it, it is more willing to accept more charge than if it has no charge at all. Then it is much more resistant. It's like you waking up in the morning. If you're not a morning person, you wake up in the morning, it takes a while to get going. The battery's the same way. You're waking it up by cranking it. So charge it up and you'll be much better off. So it's a convenient little product to have around for 10 bucks. I think it is a neat little thing to have in the cupboard. That way, when you have an emergency, you pull it out and you're not sitting there in pitch black darkness. And if you're going camping, it's a convenient little thing to have as well. So, one thing I forgot to mention as well. One of the convenient things about this is that it has a handle so you can carry it or you can hang it. As you can see, it has a handle. And it has a little hook that pulls out so you can hang it anywhere. You know, from any kind of string, rope, whatever the case may be. If you're camping or something like that, you could always hang it outdoors. So that's a very convenient little thing to have right there. So you can just hang it up and just have it light up the area that you're sitting at. So there you go. So anyway, I hope this was useful to you and it gave you some useful information and a little trick to make the most out of your Harbor Freight 12 LED hand crank lantern. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, tell me why you didn't. And hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys back here next time. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye for now.